User says, I've lost almost $20,000 of my father's savings in trading. I can't tell him, and I feel like I have no other way left but to DJE. And I think we know what that means. My advice to all new traders is this: never trade with someone else's money and don't overtrade. I hope none of you ever end up like me. A very profound reality of trading is losses are very real. I mean, can you imagine losing $20,000 of your father's life savings? What would you do? I mean, take it from this guy. Never trade with someone else's capital. Now, my heart is out with this man. You know, I hope he's able to navigate this loss with his dad in a way positive, and I hope that he's doing okay. Self-harm is never the reason, because user says, yeah. But yeah, really tough thing to go through as a trader here. I personally can't imagine. But to lose $20,000 of your life savings, of your dad's life savings, I mean, that is just a heavy-hitting blow. Thoughts and prayers with you here, buddy. Now let's look at the comments. Let's see what advice Reddit has to say. Let's see, from Financial Guru guy here, we've got, it's only a loss if you realize it. Okay, where are we going with this? Did you actualize it, or is it theoretical still? So let me translate. Are you still holding, or have you taken your loss? Have you cut your ties? Well, if you're still holding, that money is still theoretical, correct? So what you could do is diamond hands until you break even again. Huh? Maybe? Just diamond hands it, you know, take this position to the grave is essentially what this guy is saying, and until you get to break even or positive, just hold on to it and take it with you everywhere you go. Next we've got, that's the harsh reality of trading. Trading is not easy, man. It is not easy. I honestly recommend to anyone possibly watching this, if you're thinking about getting into it, just don't. You know, it's like the hardest thing that you'll ever do. Take it from the guy that's been losing for 5 years. I know a thing or two. Anyways, in 2017, I lost $700,000 by following signals, investment. Okay, that's vague. Overtrade and greed. I, however, recovered whatever I lost, and now he's up $300,000. Well, congratulations to this guy. I don't imagine that the majority of the population has $700,000 to lose and then still okay with, I don't think. I think if I lost $700 of money that I don't have, well, you know, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. But, you know, for this guy, it worked out for him. So congratulations to this user. But however, loss is part of the game. Loss is part of the game, you know. That's one thing we got to learn to deal with here is losers. Brother, I'm 50K USD negative right now. I know it doesn't mean anything to you. I just want to let you know that you are not alone. Well, you know, here's the thing though. It kind of feels like you're alone in trading, you know. It's only you pressing the button, and only you that actually realizes the loss, no one else. And when you're in that bedroom alone in the dark in your underwear with your cup of coffee, and you see you just erased 50% of your portfolio in 15 minutes, you can feel pretty alone in this. It's hard to, you know, show up in the Discord voice chat and be like, hey boys, I just erased my entire portfolio in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, that news candle, yeah, I didn't have a stop loss on that. I'm down 82K. Man, this is brutal. Were you trading regularly or investing for the long term? My guess is trading regularly. Without strong knowledge, it is the quickest way down. Guys, if you do not know how to trade, do not even think about opening up a brokerage account and trading. You will blow your ass off. This user says, the nerve in giving people advice. How dare you, sir? You know, call me crazy, but I think when you go through something like OP here, losing $20,000 of your life savings and making it out, I think it's pretty sound advice to say that all new traders should never trade with someone else's money and don't overtrade. I think that's generally pretty sound advice. I don't see anything wrong with it. I just believe that this user, unfortunately, is just a little weasel. A little weasel in the desert. We'll drop him the old down dude there. User says, oh god damn. Well, here's advice, real advice. Get back up and start demo for God's sakes. If you're gonna be doing it anyways, LOL. And with time, I promise you, it'll get better. See, now this is dangerous because saying I promise you it will get better, you know, that's probably the one thing about trading that you can never promise, because it doesn't have to get better. You know why? Because the market doesn't give a shit, you guys. It doesn't care. It doesn't care that you just lost $20,000 of your dad's life savings. It's gone. That's the sad reality. Maybe. Next user says, skill issue. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. Was your dad aware that trading in any form of investing has risks? Well, user, I think unless his dad has been living under Patrick's rock in Bikini Bottom for his lifespan, I think, or at least I can assume, that anyone with a half of a brain cell would know that investing has risks, usually. And the best advice coming from Armstrong8777 says, tell your dad and quit trading forever. Work, save, pay him back. Best advice, why? Well, you know, because trading is hard. It can take 3 years, but it can also take 10, or it can also take never. My best advice for anyone is to just don't do it. Go, like, make a muffin business. Don't trade, is what I'm getting at. Next thread, how do I become a profitable trader? My capital was $115,000. I've lost $15,000 in a week. My capital is now $135,000. So this trader has blown 15 grand in a week of his actual capital trading. And he says, no matter what type of trade I take, I end up losing. Don't you know it? I admit I've overtraded, but I don't understand what strategy to follow and what not. Those who made it to profitability, please tell me how. I mean, this is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. Oh, man. First and foremost, just by this Reddit post, I can tell that this guy is not really an experienced trader and has absolutely no business trading a $150,000 account and trading this much size, allowing him to blow $15,000 in a week. That is insane. That is insane. But nonetheless, my advice to you real quick would just get off live and go to demo and touch up on some of that trading technical analysis and whatnot. So someone here says points of liquidity, MACD, stochastic RSI, Bollinger Bands, EMA 2250 200. I don't even know what the DMI or the DC is. Risk only 1.5%, use a stop loss, and I read trending for a living, such a great book. All this worked for me, 2K per mouth. 2K per mouth, not a lot, but I start with 26 USD. More profit than losses. This guy's chart has to look like Egyptian hieroglyphics with how many indicators this guy has on his chart. I mean, if he's making money, that's great. I'm super happy for him, but holy Moses. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different indicators on one chart. Curious what that looks like. But he's making 2K per mouth, you know, that's not a bad ratio to be making per mouth. I usually don't make more than 15 bucks a mouth, so really good for user here. To be making 2K per mouth, not so shabby, especially with only starting off with 26 USD. 2K per mouth, not so bad. To make it to this point took me almost a year, and I lost 5K in the process, but this last month I focused on risk management. This changes everything. So translation to what this guy, this whole entire thread is, he has had a good month in trading out of lots of bad months, and because he is having a good month, he thinks he's finally made it. He is screaming hallelujah from the top of shit mountain, and he has summited it, but the market is likely to pull him back down to base camp, where he must start climbing back over. Now, I hope that I am wrong. I hope that this changed everything for him. He can make a good career out of this, but I know this feeling all too well, where you climb to new highs in your portfolio and then everything just goes to shit. Take it with a grain of salt. I can only say what I have experienced through my trading journey, and that is that. But I also just suck ass at trading, so don't listen to me. Oh my god. Oh my god, this thread. First of all, user says, find an edge. OP says, what do you mean, an edge? What is this? An edge, information that enlightens you to what price will do. I mean, this isn't the actual definition of edge, but it's close enough, so we'll go with it. OP says, how do I find that? An edge is something that you know will happen about X% of the time if certain things occur. And from that, you can adjust your risk reward to make your account net profit over time. Now, that is a lot closer to the definition of edges. Very good. You don't find it, it finds you. It'll just happen, and then you'll see it more and more often. Then it starts to stare at you in plain sight. Then it clicks and starts to come together. Yeah, as user said, you know, one day you can be out disc golfing, and all of a sudden you get slapped in the face with edge. And you're like, holy shit, it was staring at me the entire time. And you realize then and there, oh, I can do this, as you throw your disc and miss the hole by a few yards. I now know what I must do. Proceeds to go home, tosses on 6 EMAs, and blows rest of the account. OP says, I don't understand, please elaborate. Any amount of knowledge is appreciated. I'm at a really bad place. I know 15,000 loss doesn't seem too big, but it is for me. It's 10% of my capital. Yeah, this guy, he completely needs to get off of this live account. This is absolute barnacles. He doesn't even know what an edge is. You know, this is very concerning. I thought that the broader demographic of people that would get into day trading would know, at least before shelling in $150,000 into a broker account, that they at least kind of need to do some sort of research, read a book. This user clearly has not done any sort of research, and he is trying to get it all from Reddit, which is absolutely diabolical work, and I just frankly wouldn't do that. But, you know, to each their own. None the wiser, this user has gone to Reddit, and hopefully all of these profitable traders in here will lead him in the right direction. The user says, help me, I need money, how do I start? I want to get in this. I mean, this is just the quintessential finance bro trying to buy a Lambo at the age of 22. Great. Let me also join the comment section. Don't do it, man. Don't let the shiny candles get to you. Send. One user says, yeah, you're not gonna make it. Come on, you don't gotta be so harsh, my guy. I had already commented on this earlier, 3 hours ago. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. If you guys would do me the favor of subscribing. I'm homeless, I need money, I need friends. Buy my course in the description. You will obviously find it there. If you go to the description, it's there. Trust me. Look, click on the link. Anyways.